my Blazeites, it's me Blazeix and welcome back to Blazeix Reacts. Today, we're gonna be reacting to Ben 10, All Monster Aliens, Homeworld, and beyond. Without further ado, let's get into the reaction. Wanna go check out the InkTank channel? The link will be down below. Wanna go check out the original video stuff above? I can go check it out. Let's jump right in. Without further ado, Blazeix Reacts, let's blaze in action. Here we go.
Lukic, Driba, any luck?
The modifications have been made. The new enhancement will allow Horus to disguise himself based on the primary residence in his proximity. Observe.
Well,
Sweet! But you're sure this plan's gonna work? They really don't do well around visitors. Last time I was there, they thought I was a monster.
Well, can you blame them?
As long as Horus keeps a low profile, we should be able to do a full scan of each planet in the Anur system without being detected.
Activating model B06. Programming coordinates now.
Good work, guys. The hunt for Zscair is on.
Good evening, extranet and multidimensional travelers.
you really out there hunting
Join
for
me
the
as you
scale.
dare on a journey to the system of Anur.
I know he's not technically dead, since he's a ghost. But like, good lord, is he not gonna stay down? Dude's like Springtrap, where he always comes back. Or hell, even worse, Carnage. You know how hard it is to put down Carnage? Oh, wait, did he say Ben 10? That's the voice?
Welcome to the Anur system, one of the most feared and reviled
That
collections
looks
of
crazy.
planets
What
in two
is that in the
galaxies.
middle?
Denizens of Anur refuse any and all contact with beings not native to their system due to the perception of such physically different species being feared and labeled as monsters. But thanks
is
to
that
the
a
work of the
hand?
system's sole plumber agent, Scout Lunas, we have been granted special access to the strange topography of Anur.
Scout's been collecting reports the past few days. Residents of Anur are claiming they've seen Zscair creeping around, but we can't pinpoint exactly where he's hiding. Horus, I'll need you to investigate each location. Keep your radar sharp, got it?
Affirmative, Commander Ben Tennyson.
You can just call me Ben.
Affirmative, Ben. Let's begin our terrifying trek at the dead center of the system, the birthplace of Zscair, Anur Phaetos.
Ooh, that's pretty good. See, does that not look like
the ghastly rift of Anur Phaetos? Unlike most planetary systems, Anur orbits around a black hole instead of a star. Inside that black hole is a metaphysical celestial pocket filled with bone-like structures and masses thought to be the remnants of an ancient cosmic giant. This is Phaetos. Apologies, the frequencies connection may weaken the further we go down into the rift. Phaetos is home to the ectoneurites, ectoplasmic life forms resembling ghosts.
Yeah, they're
Many
freaky.
have varying forms, but one trait all ectoneurites share is one solid exterior vein that wraps all around their body.
Creepy
This vein
as
acts as
hell.
a track for their one singular eye to travel along. They also come equipped with a malleable layer of protective skin. This skin is the most physically solid part of an ectoneurite. The atoms that make up their bodies are spread very thin, and thanks to the ectoplasm holding them together, ectoneurites can manipulate their own physical density, giving them the abilities of flight, intangibility, and invisibility. They can even spread their ectoplasmic reach to separate entities, living or not, adding telepathy and mental overshadowing to their catalog of creepy capabilities. The drawback of this density shifting is that if their
overshadowing.
body temperature increases and their
Keep forgetting of that he
pressure
called it
speeds up,
anything
their atoms
different
will
than
spread
him.
too thin, and the ectoneurite's physical form will completely dissipate. But photophobia doesn't stop them from leaving their rift. Following the lead of their high ecto-lord Zscair, they migrated from planet to planet, seeking to take control.
Oh, Zscair, also known as Ghost Freak for those who are unaware.
He left the system in search of a powerful host to aid in his conquer of Anur. After making a brief return 5 years ago, multi-galactic hero Ben Tennyson had banished the scare by leaving a miniature artificial sun at the center of his castle. This castle is located on Anur Transil, which we will be visiting very soon. Without their leaders,
Ben invented the scare.
with the various cultures and lives outside their empty void and befriended their neighbors instead of controlling them. They now inhabit many planets in the inner system alongside.
I just love how it says Ben evicted the scare. That's
Them
hilarious.
for your money. I mean, money. There seems to be no signs of scare here, and I'm beginning to lose connection. So let's visit our next stop, Anur Kufos.
Yeah, let's get out of here before you end up breaking down. We cannot lose another horse!
Welcome to the mineral planet Anur Kufos. Being the closest planet to the sun, Kufos is very hot, dry, and bright. Its terrain is mainly comprised of sand and stone, with large deposits
Are we gonna
of a
meet,
mutagenic mineral known as corrodium.
Neros
Corrodium can be found in either
species?
crystalline or metallic forms and
Oh,
generate
that's gonna
high
be
levels of
cool. I
energy.
love the
This
Australians.
energy, though very versatile in use, is severely harmful to many organic life forms. Due to their species developing around it, inhabitants of Anur are immune to its negative effects. Which is a good thing, because corrodium can be found all over the Anur system, but nowhere more abundant than Kufos. Kufos is home to the Thep-Kufan, gangly bipedal creatures composed of a series of thin bandage-like appendages stemming from the base of their shelled heads.
Basically,
These
it's
bandages
Nero,
have
if
very
you don't
high
know.
tensile strength
Also
and
known as
elasticity,
Bin Mummy.
so much so they can lift up to 34 times their own weight. On average, a Thep-Kufan can produce up to 5,000 feet of bandage a day, much of which many sell to other species as material for clothing. This, along with the vast corrodium ore market they've cornered, are what have gotten them the title, the Merchants of Anur. Wealthier Kufan will wear much more jewelry and articles to show off their status, as well as sleep in sarcophagus made out of pure corrodium. The Kufans must sleep in sarcophagus because on Kufos, the sun never sets. The quality of one's
So it's
sarcophagus
just
is
eternally
a symbol of
day?
status. Their competitive market culture and lust for wealth has led many to venture off planet in search of treasures and artifacts. Records indicate that there have been multiple instances of Thep-Kufan temporarily migrating to other planetary systems to harvest new rare materials, most notably gold from an early Earth. As a result of their interplanetary greed,
Is
they
that how
influenced an
the
entire
mummy-
people's culture for hundreds of years and were worshipped as gods.
Is that how the
This left
mummy
an
ended up
impact
on
Earth
Earth?
so much so that they still have monuments standing today. But resources weren't the only thing Kufans took from Earth. They also brought back some of their followers. Enjoying their newfound worship, they brought large groups of humans back to Anur to continue to serve them. Unfortunately, upon arrival, they began to mutate and become aggressive as a reaction to the high-level corrodium radiation on Kufos. Not being able to contain the humans in this state prevented them from transporting them back to Earth. So as a quick solution to their problem, the Kufan abandoned the mutants on the closest neighboring planet, Anur Oromero.
Horrible! I mean, I guess that's great. They can't go back to Earth.
Oromero. With a terrain of dead soil and withering plant life, Oromero is stuck in the shadow of Kufos, receiving no direct sunlight but all the residual heat, creating a very muggy and humid atmosphere. It struggles to maintain a healthy biome, however, despite this, is still capable of maintaining life of many insect
Okay,
species,
who's gonna
as well
be
as
here?
the misshapen Writhers. Writhers are the descendants of the aforementioned mutant humans abandoned on the planet. Because Oromero's corrodium deposits were previously harvested by the Kufan, the planet has a very low level of radiation. Quarantining the humans on this planet gave their DNA time to adapt to the environment's mutagenic properties and evolve them into the pale, stunted creatures we see today. Averaging a height
Good
of 5
lord,
foot
they
160
became
feet,
skeletons.
Writhers have very fractured yet durable anatomy. Though they look nothing but skin and bones, they possess great strength and durability, as well as the ability to painlessly detach and reattach body parts at will.
So they're just skeletons at this point.
This is possible due to their closed flow circulatory systems, which is also responsible for their swollen brains.
Oh, this would have been
Some
cool if
unknown
Ben could turn into
passed
this
down through
thing.
Generations, they live very simple lives, spending most of their time aimlessly
Probably would've been
wandering
scary for the
around and
kids.
interacting with their environment.
But who cares? It would have been
On
cool.
occasion, they attempt to build structures similar to that of their ancestors. Very few stand more than a day. When it's time for them to rest, Writhers will bury themselves in soil and dirt in attempts of keeping cool from the humid air. Feeling responsible for what they had done, every few years the Thep-Kufan attempt to send some Writhers back to Earth, returning them to their original home. But this does more harm than good, because the riders themselves emit a low level of radiation. Not only do these returns terrify the masses, but in some cases of infection, they end up returning to Oromera with more riders than when they left. A sad story of a species forcibly migrated from their planet.
How bad?
Experiencing some interference. It feels similar to the blockage we were experiencing in Phaetos. This may be a lead. Let's follow it. On to the next stop of our horrific holiday, Anur Grenade.
Now are we gonna meet the... Are we gonna meet Frankenstrike or
Welcome to the
Blitzwolfers?
gnarly planet of Grenade. With a fair amount of sunlight creating a balanced biome, it holds the most floral life in Anur, most of which are various species of squash and gourds very similar to the ones found on Earth.
Oh.
The notable difference being their bipedal stalks and carnivorous appetite. These are the
Right,
results of
Ben
developing
controlled
rapid
these when he was going through
but these overgrown
Swampire's
gourds are
metamorphosis.
life on Grenade. This small crater's planet sits on the furthest outskirts of Anur, and will constantly be hit with space debris caught in the system's gravitational pull. Sometime long in the past, outside of Anur drifted the gelatinous cluster planet known as Citra that would drift in and out of Anur's pull. Because of the planet's viscous nature, at a time it accidentally collided with Grenade, and masses would break off and be stranded on the planet. This included members of Citra's dominant species, the Opticoid.
Eye guy species?
Opticoids are bipedal cartilage structure life forms standing at 6 foot. They possess the ability to absorb solar energy and convert it into various other forms such as heat, cryo, and plasma. With no way of returning to their home, they became stuck on Grenade, and over the years succumbed to the harsh environmental differences. With Grenade's
Dude,
gravitational
Eye Guy
pull
is
being
such a
12
cool
times that of
alien.
Citra, the Opticoid's soft cartilage bodies would droop and become bottom-heavy, and because of the corroding mutations, their eyes inverted into their bodies, making their vision confined to their mouths. These mutations also changed how they converted energy, now into a blinding light and a noxious gas that, when combined, can cause paralysis as well as hallucinations.
Oh!
Had changed so drastically, they were deemed a new species, the Terretinal Ogres.
Oh, that would be such a cool way of saying what the heck Topic is.
In origin, the Terretinal Ogres live very complacent and peaceful lives, being so out of touch with the rest of the system. They spend their days farming and building
Oh, that would
homes
be
out of
such
their
an
main
interesting
resource,
take on
native
it.
gourds. Gourds that overmutate can grow up to 60 feet in height, making them perfect structures to hollow and house in. Knowing how often the planet is struck by debris, many also build homes in the sides of open craters, giving them protection similar to that of
We
an
haven't gone to
underground
Eye Guy's home either.
because they're able to immobilize sentient gourds with ease, it is also their main food source and clothing. Terretinal ogres aren't immune to their own abilities, so it's very common to see them wearing gourds as masks so they don't accidentally paralyze their neighbors. Let's hope those
That
masks
is
go
such
into
a
breeding
dope
apparatus,
way of
because we're
saying
headed
what the
to our
heck
next stop,
Topic is.
Milgan.
That he's just a mutation, a different species, a similar species to Eye Guy's species. I like that. No idea if it's canon, but I would love it if it is.
Welcome to the lagoon planet of Milgan. Having very little landmass, this planet is 91% water. Water that is so saturated in various minerals and algae that it is jet black. But that's not the only reason
Reptiles
you
of
won't want to
species?
fish here. The other is the planet's dominant inhabitants, the Millet Lagish.
Reptiles? I mean, they're freaky.
The Millet Lagish are bipedal aquatic reptiles with a body length of 8 to 9 feet. They have the ability to generate a thick seaweed-like hide over their entire body. They use this ability as well as their bioluminescent tendrils to confidently traverse blindly through the black waters of the planet, using the hide as a protective cocoon. In the instance that their cocoon is breached, they also have very durable solid scales covering their bodies for additional protection. Having no sense of time due to the sunlight's incapability of breaching the water's surface, they will spend multiple days and nights swimming and working until exhaustion. They will then sleep for up to 18 hours before getting right back to work. They perform
Dang,
this
I wish I could
exhausting
sleep
work
for
out of
18
necessity,
hours.
hunting and gathering food for their leaders, the Gannic.
They going to work a lot more. Oh my gosh!
Though they are not intelligent species, the Gannic Lagorge are classified as leaders due to their importance in the Lagish life cycle. With
It's
them,
the-
they produce a
it's
mineral
the
enriched
thing!
solution that
The-
when
the
diluted
Kraken
with
from
black water, the
its
Lagish require
episode!
to breathe. The Lagish's schedule and daily routine are made around keeping the Lagorge happy and well fed, as well as to keep their biome in balance. About once a month, the Laggers travel.
Oh, if anybody has seen the original series, you know what that thing is.
They are capable of trekking on land due to the small pockets on the tops of their heads. With these, they can store small amounts of lagoon water, giving them about 2 to 3 hours out of the sea. Using this time to the fullest, they work fast, gathering and hunting to quickly return to the Lagorge. Surfing the surface, we find the sonaraquids. Quadrupedal, reptile, spider-like squids that spend their day fishing for their next meal.
Oh no,
At the end of
no,
the day,
no!
a disc-shaped ear canal that can generate a sonar pulse, making finding
No,
underwater prey like
I
shooting
can't.
ambuloids in a barrel.
I'd be afraid of those.
When capturing their prey, they will
Oh,
create
no!
a web from their thorax maw and will dip under the water surface using the web and their prehensile tentacles to quickly wrap and capture the prey. They also use this web to assist
They
in
eat those
their own
butt cheeks!
They work together, taking their job seriously, believing that without their work, their biome will become unbalanced, and life as they know it may.
Wait, what? Wait! Was that the
We
scare?
must be getting close. Since it's clear that this planet is still thriving, why don't we visit one that all life has ended on? On to our next stop, Anur Vladius.
The planets! Oh, I'm excited. Vampire's one of my favorite aliens.
Our next location, Vladius, is
Though it's
abandoned and
definitely
uninhabitable.
weak.
With corrodian pollution so vast, it has created a mass comparable to a singularity. Since I will not be able to physically explore the terrain myself, I will be dispensing a miniature drone and broadcast the feed for the viewers.
Okay, so it's okay for the drone to go?
I will call you Taurus. Taurus, your feed is starting to glitch. Your visuals aren't clear. We can't see anything.
And we lost Taurus! Taurus.
Well, with nothing being capable of surviving that environment, I should have seen that coming. But based on the collective data we've acquired on the system prior, I will be creating the necessary visuals needed. Exporting Taurus has damaged my artificial image projection capabilities, so I will be creating visuals using the primitive method.
You're kidding.
Welcome to the dead planet of Vladius. Comprised
Yours.
purely of stone, this planet currently has no living inhabitants. The last recorded species to house this planet were known as Vladats. Vladats were anthropomorphic, carnivorous, flying rodent-like creatures standing between 2 and 6 feet. They are said to have been a very powerful species, possessing astonishing physical traits, giving them great speed, strength, stamina, reflexes, and the ability of flight. Despite this, they can become very physically weak when exposed to sunlight, due to
No,
developing the
extremely
dark
weak, because
catacombs of
Vampire
Vladius.
almost died in one
They were a
episode.
very cruel people that would feed on the, quote, life energy of other species. From feeding on this energy, it would increase their own natural amount, and the additional energy they would possess would be expelled as a voluntarily emitted light from their eyes. This
You know,
light
because
would
they can't
be
drink
emitted
blood?
in synaptic currents
Because it was a
and
kid
override
show?
them with custom ones created by the Vladat, giving them full control of their victim. They can also siphon this energy into a small projectile organism known as a corruptora. They can perform the same process, but because it's a smaller set amount of energy, they can only affect the frontal lobe and influence the victim's motor controls. These abilities gave the Vladats the tools necessary to obtaining any prey they desired, and they did not hesitate to hunt, turning the populace of their neighboring planet into a source of food and labor. Over time, this led to a rebellion that was the sum-all reason and justification for the genocide of the species at the hands of their prey. This was
Meaning
a great
they did.
discrimination. Despite the extinction of the species, there are currently 2 living members. The first being the sample DNA stored within the Omnitrix worn by Ben Tennyson, dubbed Vampire, and the other is the resurrected Vladat leader, Lord Trancy, who is currently imprisoned in the Anur Sun. To this day, Vladius is nothing but a grim reminder of a dark time.
Yeah. Oh, wow, extremely weak to sun. Still one of my favorite.
Care package download for Plumber HQ. All my operating systems are now back online. Let's continue our hunt by looking closer into the smaller ecosystems of Anur.
Puppy! Puppy!
Welcome Welcome to the forest moon of Luna Lobo. One of the few non-harsh environments of Anur, Luna Lobo consists of one giant forest teeming with a variety of non-intelligent mammal-type life, which is perfect for the moon's dominant inhabitants, the Loboans. Loboans are anthropomorphic canine-like creatures that feature a quadruple-hinged jaw. This jaw, paired with their ability to howl at sonic frequencies, makes hunting a breeze. When in packs, they will herd together and circle the prey through chase, and then use their howling to stun them, so that they can...
Yes, Blitzwolfer is one of my favorite
It has
aliens.
been noted that because of the overabundance of game on Luna Lobo, Loboans will regularly sell pelts and meats to surrounding planets. But because of their
course they
playful
would.
and
It
bright
makes
nature, They
sense.
will also chase prey for sport, releasing them to run another day. Loboans typically live as they hunt in packs. Packs will contain between 6 to 12 individuals, all with various assigned tasks such as gatherers, hunters, and crafters. Despite their friendly nature, Loboans can be very territorial. Once a home is marked, if any outsiders enter without permission of the pack leader, they're met with
He's
a
barking
literal
at the
shouting
mailman.
match.
I love it. I love
In
this.
cases such as this, Loboans have their own style of diplomacy. They will have the two opposing individuals each sit on the top of stone spires and attempt to knock the other off by howling.
Oh, I love this.
The last
Oh,
one
this
is
makes
the
a...
winner. Now that's one way to settle an argument.
I love this
Despite the moon's
because this
size,
makes
the
a lot of
population
sense.
is quite large. As a way to solve overpopulation without everyone going up a tree, many will only be on Moon to hunt or chase, and their residence itself will be on the planet below, Anur Transil. This moon seems to be vacant of Ziskar as well, leaving only one planet left to investigate. Welcome to the patchwork planet of Transil. This planet consists of land masses from various celestial bodies from the inner rotation of Anur. This is due to the fact that in the early days of the system, Transil, being Anur's largest planet, was constantly thrown back and forth by Phaedos' unbalanced gravitational pull, causing Transil to collide with its neighboring planets, resulting in Kufos losing 1/3 of its original mass and the complete destruction of Anur Lobo. Those that were not killed in these events made new homes in the ruins swept up in Transil's gravitational pull. Over time, the various species decided they needed to do something about the situation, so they pulled together their greatest minds and all the corrodium the Thepkufan were willing to give, and made a supercharged gravitational field emitter. The original plan was to pull Transil back together, but what they had created was much more powerful than they thought. The field it emitted indeed pulled Transil into a stable state, but it also stopped its rotation as well as the rotation of every other planet in the system. The field created was so powerful it brought the whole system to a standstill and created
You're
a strange energy texture
kidding!
planet to planet. It's almost as if it had gotten stuck in a web.
Oh, that is such a dope way of thinking about it.
Now a bustling interplanetary melting pot, Transil's inhabitants include Ectonurites, Loboans, Thepkufan, and most abundantly, Transilians. Transilians, being the original denizens, are bipedal sapiens standing between...
Finally, Frankenstein!
symmetrical anatomy.
Frankenstein's
This strange bodily
creature.
structure is due to their pure corrodium skeletons and corrodium deposits throughout their bodies, making the radiation direct and causing mutations that affect their muscle growth. Another repercussion of the abundance of corrodium in their system is that they turn Transilians into living lightning rods. Lightning storms are frequent on Transil due to its heavy ionized atmosphere, and with all the metal in their bodies, it makes them quite hard to miss. Transilians have grown accustomed to this and have learned how to channel and store electrical currents when struck. They've even developed emitters and regulators to wear over their nodes, making for easier absorption and discharge. With all the currents constantly flowing through their
Dude.
bodies, they have a very high amount of
Frankenstrikes
synaptic activity, resulting in higher intelligence and understanding. This is also the reason behind them being the Vladat's choice of prey. More synaptic energy, the more filling for a Vladat. The Transilians were at the Vladat's mercy for hundreds of years, being used as slaves, beasts of burden, and food. They
You would
finally
think
be
with
freed
that
of their
strong as
albino
they-
overlords only after they started to consort with their monstrous neighbors. With the help of their planetary neighbors and fellow victims, they successfully rebelled.
Avengers! Assemble!
This brought the different species even closer together and created the horrific, terrifying, monstrous, yet beautiful planet of Anur Transil.
Hello, what have we here?
Now that we're exploring Transil, let's take a visit to the castle Ziskar and look for more information on the rogue Ecto Lord. In case we experience interference again, I will be switching directly to my personal live feed, which I like to call Horus Vision. The front door seems to be open. I will proceed with caution.
Maybe a cat.
So far, so good. Alright, I've made it inside.
Did you click this
I
place?
was programmed with the information that Ben's artificial son would be here. Perhaps I should contact Plumber HQ.
Hey, Horace, what you got for me?
My scans have found no Privatosian energies here, so I believe your artificial son has dissipated.
Huh. My fusion cuisine finally died out. And it looks like those rejuvenation chambers have been repaired too. I guess it really has been a while. I'll grab Rook and fly over soon to make a new one. Good work, Horace. You're doing the plumbers proud. Now you need to get out of there, in case the scare finds you sneaking around his castle.
Ben Tennyson?
Horace?
Hello?
Are you there?
Ben?
No! Ben, come back!
Keep calm. My communications have stopped working, and something's disrupting my night vision. What's this? A gift from the plumbers? Very well.
No.
Tennyson is on his way here. I can finally have my revenge.
No.
Tennyson? Hello?
Oh no!
It has been a long time. I suppose I should greet him with a friendlier face.
No.
Do nicely.
No.
For you viewers at home, enjoy your Halloween while you still can.
No. Get away! Get away! Get away!
I need to contact the plumbers now. Plumbers.
Hey guys, Ben Tennyson here. Thanks for checking out our video. Why don't you give it a like and leave a comment telling us what your favorite new alien was. You can stay up to date with more InkTank projects in the Discord server below, or join the Patreon for exclusive updates and live streams. Okay now, gotta run. It's hero time!
If I had a nickel for every time somebody say it's hero time, I'd have 2 nickels. Which is weird since there's only 2 characters who actually does say it's hero time. Canonically. And I loved it. I always loved any alien that resembles some sort of monster. It's a strong toss-up between Blitzwolfer, which is based off of a werewolf, or Vampire, which is based off of a vampire. Obviously. You can tell how good the naming scheme the Ben 10 crew were. But you also get, like, they had fun coming up with new ideas for certain aliens. Like, how do you make a werewolf an alien? You basically give it a mouth that opens up in 4 different directions, and you give it a sonic howl. Or you basically make a mummy wrap its prey up in its wrappings. Or you basically make Frankenstein's monsters conduct electricity. I like those ideas. I wish the reboot did this, because we only got, what? 3 new aliens, and then aliens that came back that were used in other series. I have no beef with the reboot, but I'm grateful it's over, because they did not have any good ideas for new aliens. This was great, though. I love this. Anyways, I hope you all enjoy. Be sure to leave a like and to your favorites. Continue our Scorching Out videos from this channel. Subscribe. I make videos weekly or daily depending on my schedule. Have any requests for reactions whatsoever, leave a link to the video down below. Make sure it's something I'd be interested in, like Mario, Sonic, Ben 10, TMNT, or Pokemon, and I will definitely react to it. Our goal is to hit 10,000 subscribers, so hammer reach that goal and you will get a special video from yours truly. With that being said, I hope you all enjoy. Stay tuned for more videos, and remember, many hearts never apart. Remember my Blazing Knights. Blazeix, blazing out! Until next time, take care.